Hello everybody, welcome to the Daily Uncut. It's your boy kama kawaida, Charlie. Charlie, the only light skin layer you'll ever see, there'll ever be and will only be. Either way, today niko na bishi yangu kama kawaida. Nataka nisaidie leo ku break down a certain topic yenye imeshinda kitusumbua. But before nianze show, ningetaka kumpatia opportunity ya kujintroduce.
Yes. Kama kawaida mimi naitwa Zach, yes in full.
Zach, yes in full.
Yes, but Zach, I prefer Zach. Because people always misquote my name. Some people call me Zachariah.
See you Zachariah. See, by the way, you're Zachariah. Let me be honest.
I prefer Zach.
Why is Zach over Zachariah?
Zach, yes, the biblical one.
The biblical one.
Thank you for having me in the show today.
Okay, I do appreciate for you showing up.
Yeah.
Okay. Either way, jumping to the main topic today, I want us to break down the topic of CBC and 844. First of all, let's start with 844. Where the benefits and let's say the advantages and disadvantages of 844. Think of all, let's start. The 844 was introduced in the year?
Way back. I think 1990s.
1990s,
I think.
And I guess 844 was introduced to replace, to create a workforce for the black people as the white people are living in the country. Yeah.
So I guess we all are the product of 844.
Yeah, we are the product of 844. But yes. the good thing and the bad thing about 844 taught us how to be smart when it comes to matters academic, but it didn't teach us how to be smart when it comes to matters our talent. First of all.
Like before, there's one doctor, David Olwatz, from I think the Nyanza region. He was talking about how the education system was before. So it was before people used to do this thing called CPE. Yes. So during that time, there were little people. The country was mostly run by the whites.
It was run by the white. And paraphrasing it more, unasema like most of the black people were not learned.
So Dr. Onwatz narrated that during that time, when they wanted to introduce CBC, but actually the CBC, they tested it for 11 years before it.
Before it
before it functioned. They were in pilot form. So it was for a period of 11 years before it was introduced in the school system. So the 844 was introduced, like you said, to curb the workforce.
To create a workforce,
To create a workforce. Because the whites were leaving. And the like he said, he was under, by that time it was director of education in a certain district in home there. So he would say among the workers, he was only the
black teacher
among 86 people.
86. Okay, Dr. David, he's called David Olwatch.
Yes.
David Olwatch was among the first, let me say this, educated people in Nyanza. Because according to the history that I've had, he used to teach in a school where it was mostly dominated by the white, and he was the only white person. Okay, Dr. David Olwatch was among the first, let's say, black teachers, literally to walk around the Nyanza region.
We can say he was among the first learned people. Let's say in Kenya.
In Kenya, he was among the first.
But he was passionate about education. That's why. No, before he narrated that like he finished Form 4, class 1 to Form 4 within 7 years. Like
within 7 years.
Within 7 years. I don't know how it happened, but within 7 years he had
completed the 844 system.
Yes. Then he went. By that time there were no good university in Kenya, so he went to Makerere. Makerere in Uganda.
In Uganda.
Yes. So when he came back, during that time, the whites were, Kenya was getting independent, of course, and the whites had to leave. So imagine a situation where in a workforce of 87 people, you're only the black person.
You're the only one black teacher.
Yes. Or learned, or workforce. Let's
Okay.
say in any situation.
Just summarizing the story. So 844 was introduced to create a workforce to replace the white people.
The white people who are living, yes.
Wow.
That's what the main, like to David, Dr. David, that was the main purpose of 844 system.
That was the main purpose of introducing 844.
Yes.
So, like, let me say this: after the whites left the country, and we had already created the workforce, so we had to change the education system first.
What he said, we had to think on something next after creating many workforce. Were there jobs to be filled after 844 system? So most people, we didn't think about what is coming next. So it's where you find 844 system. We have a lot of graduates, but no
Jobs. Because of the positions were already filled.
That's why you see the CBC now is coming.
Being introduced.
It's being
So
introduced.
so I guess the 844 system was supposed to be changed in the year 1980s.
Even not 80s, even in 2000, like let's say when Kibaki came into power.
They were supposed to change the
That's when
education system.
we
So
introduced.
that's for us to introduce a system that will favor the people.
Yes. So like the CBC is a good system to
It's a very good educational system, first of all, because according to me, CBC will be more tapping into, like, let me say this, your stronghold. Let me call them stronghold. How are your strengths when it comes to matters life?
You know, 844 system was more of, if you cannot pass exam, you cannot go
Be
to
successful.
school. You're
You're full. You're affiliate.
or
First
you're
of
a
all.
fool. But CBC is bringing a system where you don't have to go to school to be successful.
To be
Ama
successful,
to-
first
to-
of all.
yeah.
Or to identify yourself. Because, like, let me say this: the 844 system, I can't say it's a bad system, but most of us did not have an opportunity to discover ourselves during the 844 system. For instance, if you're good in football, if you're good in art, because when we were in high school, we had to do around 12 to 13 subjects, Form 1, Form 2. Then when you get to Form 3, Form 4, you had to do 8 subjects. So you can't get an opportunity to discover yourself if you're good in terms of art, because you have books you need to summarize. But this CBC system is tending to tap into that more.
Imagine a graduate, you learn from 8 years, 4 years, 844. That's like how many years? 16
Those
years.
around 16 years.
Then after school, you don't even know how to file returns.
Leave alone filing returns. You can't, like, let me say this: a whole student who was going to electrical, he has done electrical engineering. He can't fix his own bulb.
Yes,
That's the funniest thing. And you've done electrical engineering.
Engineering, yeah, imagine. So that's the bad side of it for system.
844
It was more
system,
focused on
paper, like, let me say
on
this:
paper, yeah.
we were focusing more on theory,
Yeah, actually.
but CBC is focusing more on practical.
You know, CBC, when you advance, it gives you 9 opportunities.
9
to
opportunities.
choose. 9, yeah.
9.
If you cannot go to school to learn about accounting, you can go to school to learn about these hand jobs.
Hand jobs, for instance,
Like what?
we call them blue collar jobs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So with the CBC, you cannot say you are a fool. Like you will not go to school. You have 9
Nine ways to choose from.
to choose.
So out of 9, you can't miss one.
You
That's
can't,
one thing.
you
That's
can't,
one thing
you can't.
guaranteed.
Yes.
So 844, it was a good system. It was used to create a workforce. But, like, let me say this: CBC is more concentrating on building,
What you know.
What
and
you
what
know,
you are
and-
passionate about.
growing in, let's say, in your talent first of all, growing in your passion. That's something positive.
But there is a problem. To me, there is a problem. CBC, like to Dr. Olos, I'll keep referring to him. He said, yes, CBC is a good system, but do we have the mechanism?
The
Do you
implementation,
have,
the
do you have
resources.
like the resources, teachers,
Teachers first of all.
yes, infrastructure?
Because, like, let me say this: teachers, we were supposed to be training them 8 years back, not 2 years prior.
You know, it's like next year. Next year is when the problem CBC will be noticed, because next year we have 2 schools in one school. Two schools in one school, I mean. We have the
844 system,
guys, and then the CBC. So you can't tell me the same teacher who was teaching on the 844 system cannot teach.
Can teach a CBC student.
Can't.
He can't teach.
The system, the syllabus is totally different.
Okay, I'm also going to ask this question. There are teachers who have gone to school and they have done the 844 system.
Yes.
So when the CBC is being introduced, what will these teachers do, first of all?
That's why we are saying they should be trained.
They should be trained.
Others to focus on the CBC.
Others to focus on 844 system. But 844 system, you're doing away with it.
Yes, but next year we still have people who are 844, like the guys for class 7 and class 8. Those who are going to sit
for
class 8.
They're going to sit for the KCPA.
The class 8.
The class 8 students.
And remember CBC, we have the junior and the senior secondary.
And the junior secondary. Someone supposed to start at which level?
Let's say class 4. At class 4, at grade 4, you graduate
to junior. At what level are you going to graduate to the senior?
I secondary? Think grade 6.
Grade 6.
Yeah.
You're graduating to the senior.
To the senior. That's where you can choose. You start choosing with what you want to do. What's your passion? What's your path? Yes. Like the vis-a-vis the 844 system, from class 8 for the 8 years, you do the compulsory subject, English, Kiswahili, maths, one thing. High school, you do the chemistry, the theory part of them. Then after going to college and the universities where you choose what you want to do. That's 12 years gone. 12, but with the CBC, 12 or 16 years gone. 16 years. In fact, I guess we usually tend to spend 18 years. Yes, because of the like PP1, PP1, PP2. So you spend 18 years, then you discover that education is not your thing. That's the most embarrassing thing. That's the point. You want to look for what you are good at. You start doing your passion. Either way, guys, it's been a nice show, first of all. And I would like to hear your parting shot about the two systems. Which one are you advocating for more? And which one are you not advocating? I'm advocating for the CBC system, of course. System. Yeah. Okay. But the government should make sure we have the mechanism. And the resources. And the resources we need to do. Because I don't want to see a scenario where we start... Then we can't finish the project. We can't finish the project. We will suffer. The children, not the children who are in the system already. Because you can't tell a grade 6 people now to go back and start. So the government should make sure we have the resources to cater for. But it's a good system. Either way, guys, it's been a nice show. Kama kawaida, it's your boy CHARLIE Charlie, and I would like to just leave one say, okay, I'm gonna just say one thing. The CBC system is a nice system, first of all, and I'm advocating for it because it's tending to bring out the best in a student. So guys, don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell, tell a friend to tell a friend that there's something happening in the Daily Uncut. Boom.